And yes, that sound effect was actually Gojira.
Hey,
I love it. Yes, this one is called Kiss Twice.
Ew, I'm not kissing that thing. Have you seen it?
Oh, yes.
No, but yeah. So, you know, seeing some of these cutscenes, I want to see what the script for this game fucking looks like.
Oh, me
how
too.
Because how do you describe half of this shit?
Well, script not so much because the game makes a lot of sense. But the notes that he left for the monster
Animators.
designer.
And the animators, yeah.
Like, it's so... her transformation and in that cutscene is just magnificent.
Like a giant pod bursts from her back, which from that pod burst tentacles, which then transmorph into spider legs.
Yes, like that pod actually kind of looks like a mushroom. But yeah, back to the thing. When I finish repairing my people to a usable state. Yeah, I didn't actually play this fight quite so well. I was after this attack, I was actually planning to just leave it be and get killed. Just so because yeah, it's not really so much of a spoiler. There are two endings, two additional endings outside of that one that we already got. One in which you get by defeating the final boss, and another one which you get by getting defeated by the final boss. And so I was thinking, in the state in which I am right now, I may as well just get the one where I get beat up.
But by then it was too late.
But then
do it.
I decided to just finish her off. She's not that tough, and I also kind of don't really play it as well as I should, because I completely ignore using the the reflect. Because if you use reflect on on all of your people and just have Edward at the front, she literally cannot touch you. She can use physical attacks, and they're very powerful. But with Saknov, Edward does not receive damage.
I just don't know why you aren't fortifying your luck. What the hell?
And that was interesting.
Did she just kind of spew acne all over you?
Kind of.
That's nasty. She deserves to die just for that.
Well, she's going to die in this try. But yeah, there isn't anything that she resists particularly. Yeah, basically, if you have Saknov, you're set for life, as I said before. Edward will practically receive no damage or close to nothing. And all of your other people, as long as you just put reflect on them, like you should, not like I do, then you're gonna be pretty much safe from the spell. Sorry, from the spell that she uses. Because that spell is really the only thing you have to worry about. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that once you use a reflect, you cannot up your you cannot up your stats, and you also cannot heal. Other people cannot heal your other party members. You can only heal yourself, and also you can only increase your own stats. However, that doesn't mean that you cannot decrease her just concentrate on doing that. It's actually more efficient that way because she's an only target, and decreasing her pi would actually make it easier to hit her with multiple people.
So what I'm hearing is, if you steal Pi from the final boss, then she becomes more vulnerable because she's so distressed over her lack of Pi.
Yes, then she gets vulnerable to magic. That's how you do it in RPGs.
Ah, I see.
You take away their delicacies, and then they cannot concentrate on the fight, making them vulnerable to getting scorched.
Ah, I see. It's brilliant, brilliant.
Mm-hmm. And she also still has this. It's the same that she was using all the time. Never mind. Just the camera angle was slightly different.
Yes. That counts as a different attack, right?
Yeah, so that's basically the outline of it. She isn't nearly as tough as the Gargoyle. However, she's a pretty decent runner-up with how her magic can actually damage your casters. However, surprisingly enough, it doesn't do that much to Edward. I would assume that the way Pi works when it comes to decreasing magic damage is by a certain point, with certain amount of mind that she may have. Your however amount of Pi you have is completely ignored. That's the only thing I can think of, because that's the only explanation I can think of why Edward is still alive.
That, you know, he's wielding the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, well, he is. Yeah, she cannot do shit.
Poor Kadoka. Drink some liquor, you'll be fine.
Yeah, liquor is always the answer.
If that's anything this game tries to teach you, I guess.
Well, that gives you the most emotional scenes.
That poor James had to sit out on. So now we get to see the ending where she kills you, right?
Wait.
Oh, wow. That was a unique animation, I like that.
I have seen the most interesting happenings. It would be a waste to go back to sleep just yet.
Hey, Kadoka. I wonder what she was about to say.
Dead people don't speak. It's just in your memories.
Huh? Is that how you explain what we just saw?
I guess.
Memories. Somebody told me that after a loved one's death, all we have is memories. In these, we maintain an eternal bond with the dead.
Well, that was a depressive ending.
The end. Oh,
Let's now do it a little bit differently, with a notch more failure to it.
Okay.
That was, by the way, 11 times the health he had.
Jesus.
And I also had to disequip Edward with Saknov, because he wasn't receiving any damage. And so, now when she finishes that attack, we're gonna be getting the canon ending of the game.
Wait, them dying is canon?
You'll see.
What the fuck? That's not cool.
Dear God, is this my fault? Do you blame me? Are you punishing me now because the path to my faith was tainted? I accept my fate. If it is your wish, then I accept my fate. He who has an ear, let him hear. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword he will be killed. I am what I am. I am content with my lot. I have always loved you, Elaine.
Let's go home, James. Let's go home. I have such fond memories of those days.
No! Flames are coming this way!
Don't be silly. There must be something we can do.
We'll be fine. Trust me.
In these crazy times, young people push themselves too much.
Ah, the sun came out. I prefer it a little hazier, though. Goodbye. We'll probably never see each other again.
Hey, your nickname. Slato? What does it mean? I haven't even asked you yet. Will you tell me?
It means treasure.
Oh, that's rich. I'll remember that. Treasure.
Is it okay, child, for you not to follow him?
Yeah, it's okay. I have a feeling that someday, somewhere, we'll meet again.
So what do you think? What did you think overall?
I liked it. It was cool. I'm not cool with James dying though. That wasn't fun.
Yes, but in the end, he's happy together with the woman that he always loved.
Who is now a horrible monstrosity.
No longer.
No, we saw her still being a monster when they were beamed up to heaven, like Star Trek style. Man, you can't.
No. She got completely stripped out of the monstrosity off of her.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, that was actually the whole thing why she wasn't able to ascend to heaven. It was mostly because she just her physical body was still locked up. It was not in a grave. That's kind of like a part of the lore of this universe. Like if they don't bury the body, the soul will eternally roam the earth. And because her original body was kept in the chemicals for a very long time, she was just, hung up between, like she wasn't able to go to heaven. And now that they basically destroyed her body, they were able to go. They were able to go to heaven together.
I prefer the good ending.
Actually, that it's kind of debatable which one is the good one, because like as the series progresses, they deliberately choose the bad ending to be the canon one. And how the good endings are, they're basically the end of the franchise as it stands. Here in this case, outside of like really one factor, outside of really like one factor determining which ending was canon in the Shadow Hearts 1. Which is you find the grave of James when you revisit the monastery. There isn't really much else to go off of. Like outside of that, either ending could have been the canon one. Whereas
so
with all the
let me get this straight. To get the canon ending, you gotta get a specific item. And then you gotta fight these bosses all the way till the end, and then fight a boss who's not even that hard, and then let her kill you.
Exactly.
What the fuck is that?
Yes, but I absolutely love this game. With all of its imperfections, it still has everything I want from an RPG. It has a story and characters that will basically stick around with you even after you're finished. It's the kind of story over which you can reminisce after you're done with it, with all of its its message, with how it presented it, and particularly in this case, the presentation of the story elements was absolutely excellent. Considering the times, and even not considering the times, the voice acting was fantastic. If it was released even nowadays, the voice acting would still be considered fantastic.
And also, Edward is the best.
Well, yes, of course.
Why didn't he ever return? God damn it.
Well, he never makes a return, but it is it's almost certain that he got together with Koudelka afterwards, and they had a child. And that child will become the worst, the most badly voice acted person in the entire franchise.
Two excellent voice actors come together, and their acting is so good that the gauge flips back to 0 and fucking...
Oh yes. But Shadow Hearts 1 isn't going to be anywhere near now. For now, I want to do something that isn't exactly gloom and doom, and instead is sickeningly cute and creepy.